You are waiting for your interview appointment email, and some of you might have received a second email asking you to wait for another 60 days for local US embassy to schedule an interview after the first email of 120 days. You may be curious to know, when can you expect to finally receive an US visa interview letter, especially some of you are waiting for more than 5 years for processing your F2A, F2B or other immigrant category visa. As per the usual process, USCIS approves your immigrant visa petition, and your case is transferred to the Department of State's National Visa Center, NVC, for pre-processing, in case if your immigration petition requires you to attend an interview at the embassy or consulate. Once the immigration fees, forms, and supporting documents are submitted to the NVC reviews your case and schedules the immigrant visa interview at the U.S. Embassy of Consulate. If you have received the email similar to the one shown on the screen, does this mean your will get you visa interview within 60 days? What is the next step for your case and what you need to do? Do you need to be concerned if you are not getting this email from NVC? Does it delay your visa appointment at consulates? State Department has also released its latest backlog report and made an announcement about easing restrictions in consulates and interview waivers for family, employment and student visas. To know all these answers, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to hit that notification bell. Let's get into the video. Generally, when you get these notices or emails from NVC, this is what it indicates. Your case is on track and there is nothing to worry about. This email notice does not require any actions from you or your attorney. NVC emails are automatically sent every 60 calendar days to everyone who is currently awaiting a consulate interview. This notice does not, in any way, guarantee that an interview will be scheduled within the next 60 calendar days in current COVID scenario. But you can be assured that you are very close to be called for interview. Consulate interviews have been delayed due to COVID, and there are still several restrictions in many embassies or consulates, so you will be receiving this email notice every 60 calendar days until an interview is available and your appointment has been scheduled. Let's get into more frequently asked questions regarding the US visa interview at consulates. How long does it take to get my interview scheduled? There is really no way we can answer this question. The pandemic caused major backlogs, and the issuance of your interview depends on several different factors, such as how many applicants are ahead of you, what consulate you are going to, when your case was placed on the actual consulate waiting list, etc. All you can do is compare your case with others by posting in the comments, so someone from your country and your specific consulate may be able to share their experience. Let's get into next question. Is there anything I can do to get my interview scheduled more quickly? It is possible to ask the NVC to expedite a case for humanitarian reasons. However, it is extremely rare to have such a request granted. The Department of State indicates that a case may be expedited for a life or death medical emergency. While everyone has the right to request that their interview be scheduled more quickly, it appears to be a very high standard because you must prove that your case deserves to move faster than all the other cases in line ahead of yours. Expedite requests are at times denied even for the following cases. A licensed physician who was coming to the United States to treat COVID patients has been denied. A person whose spouse's father had died and was alone in the United States waiting for his wife to immigrate here is not granted expedite request. A U.S. citizen who was separated from his wife and infant child while waiting for them to get their visas to come to the United States is not granted expedite request. As you can see, it is extremely difficult to have your case expedited, although it is possible. If you have a genuine reason, you can be in touch with CIS Ombudsman. Check our earlier video to see in what circumstances they may be able to help you. Let's get into next question. How much notice will I have before my interview at the embassy or consulate? You will receive an approximately 2 weeks notice, which means that you will have approximately 2 weeks from the interview notice until an actual interview date at the embassy or consulate. For this reason, you should plan ahead and be ready financially to quickly travel to your consulate interview when you are scheduled. Let's get into next question. Will I need to take any documents to my interview? Yes, there is an entire packet of documents you must take with you to your interview. Your attorney should have a full copy of the packet you will need to take with you. They will instruct you on what originals you will need and if there is anything that needs to be updated from that packet prior to your interview. Often, only the police certificate and tax documents must be updated, but your attorney will confirm that for you. As a best practice, you can reference the packet and ask any questions you may have to your attorney or other immigration experts. We encourage you to write your questions down before your appointment with your attorney so that you do not forget to ask anything you had in mind. We want to be sure you are as prepared as possible, and having any unanswered questions may make you more nervous for your interview, which is something we hope to avoid. Let's get into next question. In US consulate, will I have 2 interviews on 2 different days? Is this true? While it is not always the case, you may have interviews over 2 or more days if there is a question concerning your application, you are missing documents, or the consulate needs extra time to process your application. Please do not purchase a plane ticket or make travel arrangements to go to the US for the same day as your visa interview. You need to wait until you get your passport with visa stamp to make any travel arrangements. Let's quickly check the NVC backlog report from State Department to know how many applicants are awaiting US visa interview. There were 439,373 pending interviews towards the end of year, compared to 450,913 in October. The waiting numbers did not go down. This is troubling news because, overall, the US Department of State has yet to significantly increase the number of monthly interviews. As such, the backlog is only decreasing a very little in terms of numbers. Number of immigrant visa applicants whose cases are documentarily complete at NVC and ready for interview as of December 31, 2021 is 465,978. The total number of scheduled US visa or green card interviews increased 10% from 24,158 in December 2021 to 26,605 in January 2022. But as per our predictions, at this rate it will take many months to get back to pre-COVID levels. Number of eligible immigrant visa applicants still pending the scheduling of an interview after January 2022 appointment scheduling was completed will be 439,373. Ease of restrictions in consulates. The lifting of restrictions will ease travel from the countries, especially the severely backlogged consulates like India, Philippines, Mexico, and others. However, other COVID-19 travel restrictions and entry requirements remain in place and may change with little notice. Services at consulates abroad remain limited, and the State Department said that the lifting of restrictions does not necessarily mean that local embassies and consulates will be able to immediately schedule all affected applicants for visa interviews. Applicants should check the relevant embassy or consulate website for information on what services are available and for information on how to apply for a visa. Employers, employees and family applicants should continue to consult their immigration professional before planning international travel. To ease the situation, interview waivers are announced for immigrant and non-immigrant visa applicants. Immigrant visa interview waivers for family. If the immigrant visa applicant who is applying for the same type of visa, which was previously approved on or after August 4, 2019, need to sign the declaration stating the information is true in DS-260 or DS-360. It also gives consular officers discretion to allow this subset of immigrant visa applicants to affirm the accuracy of the contents of their application without appearing in person before a consular officer. This temporary final rule is effective immediately and expires after 24 months. The rule is designed to help address the problem of applicants who are unable to travel due to the COVID-19 pandemic and who must meet specific time-limited criteria, said the State Department. Non-immigrant interview waivers for employment, student and diversity visa. Department of State announced that the agency has granted consular officers the discretionary power to waive the in-person interview requirement for certain temporary employment non-immigrant visa applicants, provided such applicants have a USCIS-approved petitions. These interview waivers are applicable to individual petition-based H1, H3, H4, L, O, P, and Q employment visa for F, M, and academic J visa applicants, H2 temporary agricultural and non-agricultural worker applicants. 20,000 interview waiver slots. The Department of State has said that the waiver of in-person interviews for the earlier discussed categories of immigrant and non-immigrants will vary widely. In the coming days, the U.S. Embassy and consulates will release more than 20,000 additional interview waiver or drop-box appointments for spring 2022 to allow qualified applicants to make use of the new interview waiver authority. United States has the long history of welcoming immigrants from all over the globe. We wish you get your interview appointments or waivers soon. Hope the information presented in the video is useful. U.S. Immigration Channel will be releasing a video when additional information is available on any of these program or regulations. If you have not subscribed, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to hit that notification bell. See you soon in our next video.